Yo guys, it's Seth here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back everybody. Before we actually do get into the video today, obviously today's video is a transfer news video. Finally we got some transfer news and one piece of just Chelsea news in general. Finally we're back onto this topic now of transfer news. It's been a while. The transfer window opened up on Monday on the 16th. But, there's not really been that much concrete news, apart from today where we've actually had some really good news that has come out. So we're going to get all into that today. Before we do, like I said, I kind of want to come on here and just thank you all recently for the support over the past two videos. The support has been unreal. I think we've got a grand total of 1,900 views over the last two videos. We've had about 20 odd of you who have joined. I remember I was on 377 subscribers before the last two videos. Since the last two videos, we're only 3 of 400. So thank you all for everybody who subscribed. I really do appreciate it. Like I've been saying for the past 3 weeks, if you think this is good, wait until the last 3 weeks until the Premier League season starts. Because I'm telling you this, the content level is going to be shot up by an astronomical amount. Things are coming that you're not even going to expect and you're going to love. I promise you that. So obviously, before we do get into the video, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I load a video. Also, first link in the description is my streaming channel, my second channel. Go and check those out. It'd be very much appreciated. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. If I haven't already said, thank you all for the recent support. I do really appreciate it. My Chelsea away shirt came, by the way. Oh, isn't it beautiful? It is stunning, guys. An absolute stunning shirt. That's 2 for 2 from Nike, in my opinion. Absolute stunner. Can't wait to wear it to start the season. Really exciting. Apparently, we're going to be wearing it in the next two group stage games in the Club World Cup. But that's what I've heard. We'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, let's actually get into the news. So, Premier League fixtures have been announced in terms of all Premier League clubs, obviously. But we're going to be talking about Chelsea's one. Our one. Let's get into it. I'm going to put it up on the screen and I'm going to give you my thoughts. So here it is on the screen. If you haven't seen it already, it came out about 9 a.m. this morning. So here's the fixtures on the screen. Premier League fixtures. And you know what? Tasty. We've got Crystal Palace at home. The first 3 games of August are Crystal Palace at home, West Ham away, Fulham at home. Then September is Brentford away, Man United away, Brighton home. And then October is Liverpool at home, Nottingham Forest away, Sunderland home. November is Tottenham Hotspur away, Wolves home, Burnley away, Arsenal home. December is Leeds away, Bournemouth away, Everton home, Newcastle away, Aston Villa home, Bournemouth home. January's Man City away, Fulham away, Brentford home, Crystal Palace away, West Ham home. February is Wolves away, Leeds home, Burnley home, Arsenal away. March is Villa at away, Newcastle home, Everton away. April, Man City home, Man United home, and Brighton away. May is Nottingham Forest home, Liverpool away, Nottingham Forest home, Sunderland away. That is the fixture list. I'll obviously read it out to you guys just in case. But that fixture list is quite tasty, because you look at that, the first 4 games of our season in the Premier League this year that's coming is 4 London derbies. 4 London derbies. How tasty. How tasty is that? Now, I'm in a football group chat with some people, and they're brilliant people. We always crack banter with each other. We know people all across the world. You know what I'm trying to say? Really good people. I put, obviously, our fixtures up. I said, what do you all think? And, I said it was some good tests. And a couple of them come back to me saying, the first 4 games aren't really tests. You know what I'm trying to say? They're not really good tests. Well, they are. They are good tests. They're London derbies. Teams like, your Brentfords, Fulhams, they're going to be up for it. Don't get me wrong, they're not on the same calibre as us, but they're going to be up for it because it's a London derby. They're going to want to beat us. By the way, Fulham, wait, hold on a second. Fulham at home, August 30th, I'm looking at you. I want to go to that game. I don't know why, but that's the game I'm kind of looking at right now. I'm thinking, I want to go to that game. But yeah, the first 4 games being London derbies, really tasty. Ideally, the first 6 games from August to the end of September should, in my opinion, be 6 wins out of 6. If we want to do well in this Premier League season, I think let me bring it up again. I think Crystal Palace at home should be a win. I think West Ham away, I mean, we did it last season at the start of the season. We demolished them. That should be a win. Fulham at home should be a win. Brentford away is tough. It's tough. But again, if you want to go on and have a good season, these are the teams you've got to beat. I think you can beat them, especially without them having Thomas Frank now and stuff like that. It could be a bit more beneficial in our favour. Man United away, that should be a win. I mean, you know what I mean? And Brighton at home, that should be a win. Liverpool obviously is a tough one. That's October. But we start getting to the tough things. The tough fixtures, in my opinion, come December. Leeds away to start December. Oh, God. That is tough. Bournemouth, obviously, we know is a good team. Despite Dean Hudson not being in there. That's going to be a tough game. Everton at home, usually is quite easy. But Everton, you can't take lightly nowadays. Newcastle away. Oh, God. That's going to be difficult. Villa at home is you know, Villa are a good side. Bournemouth at home, Bournemouth as well. They're a good side. I just realised we played Bournemouth twice in that month. That's quite crazy, actually. At home should be a relatively quite easy game. That December fixture list is tough, man. That's tough, especially how when it comes to December, we usually don't do well. And I'm not talking about current Chelsea, I'm talking old Chelsea. We've never really been a team that does well in December. So, little worrying there. That's a bit sceptical, but again, you want to do well, these are the teams you have to go and beat. So, March all the way until about mid-May. So, the start of March all the way till the Liverpool game in May, I think is a very tough line of fixtures again. So, we've got a relatively quite decent start. Decent start-wise. It's not like too hard, but it's not too easy. It's a good tests. We've got a relatively quite nice start. We've got a horrible end. Horrible end. In my opinion, a worse end than last season. The season that's just gone, in my opinion. So that's the fixtures. It could be worse. It could be Man United's fixture where they've got like City, Arsenal and us in the first the first 5 games of the season. You know what I mean? That's going to be funny, that is. But you know, it's a good fixture list. Obviously, in between all of that is like cup competitions and stuff, and you know, Champions League fixtures, which I can't wait for the draw. When is the draw? Someone tell me when the draw is. I just want to get into it. I want to get stuck in. So yeah, in between all of those, the fixture list this season looks packed. It looks packed. So let me know in the comments down below what you all think about the fixtures. By the way, I keep blinking because I have something in my eye. Let me know in the comments down below what you all think about the fixture list. So, anyway, let's move on to this bit of news that came out. We're getting on to transfer news now. We're moving on to transfer news. This came out like this morning, early this morning, from Florent Plattenberg. So, yes, Chelsea have inquired about Malick Fofana. He is one of the names on their shortlist. However, the main priority remains Jamie Gittens. There is still a verbal agreement in place. However, it remains unclear whether an agreement with Dortmund can be reached, as they are demanding 65 million euros, including bonuses for Gittens. That is beyond the piss take. By the way, Dortmund, in my opinion, I think I've already mentioned this, I've took the piss this whole window. You know, I had confidence this was going to get done really, really quickly, but if Dortmund keep persisting with this shit, then I don't think this is going to get done till later in the window. We need a winger. I think it's pretty obvious. I think that's obvious based off that recent Club World Cup game we played. I forgot to mention in that in the match review, actually, Madueke had a rotter. In my opinion, the worst game I've ever seen him have in a Chelsea shirt. He cannot play like that in the rest of the Club World Cup. Otherwise, he will be straight onto that market. You know what I'm trying to say? FIFA career mode style. You know what I'm trying to say? Clubs will be swooping in. But with Gittens, I agree. By the way, let's move on to the first bit of news, which is Malick Fofana. Malick Fofana is a talent, is a real big talent. We've been hearing about little whispers over the last few days about Malick Fofana and Chelsea. There's been a couple of rumours here and there and stuff like that. We've apparently inquired about him. Lyon are obviously a team that really need the money at the moment. They are. Haven't they? I think they got relegated, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken. Or they could potentially get relegated. It's one of the two. Which is a big it's like massive for a team like Lyon, because Lyon are a huge club in Ligue 1. But they need the money. They need the money. And, you know, I think the price that's been rumoured around at the moment is about 40 million for a Malick Fofana. Like I said, a really good player, you know, likes to take on his man. My only thing which separates Malick Fofana and Gittens, that I prefer Gittens over Malick Fofana, the only thing that separates it is the fact that Malick Fofana, in my opinion, is more of a creator than a goal scorer. That's how I see it. He's more of a player that is, you know, I like Malick Fofana because of this reason. He uses his brain. I like footballers that use their brain. Gittens it doesn't use his brain like that. It's like how I just mentioned, Malick Fofana is like a creator. You know what I'm trying to say? Some of the ball splitting passes he can play in behind, you know, a back line of the opposition and stuff like that is better than Gittens. But with Gittens, he's more of a better shooter at goal, for example. Better at taking his shots, better placement in his shots. That's not to say Malick Fofana's shooting ability is crap. It's not. If you actually check his statistics, when he shoots, he tends to actually shoot pretty well. But just not as good as Gittens. Gittens had like a 70% shot accuracy last season in the Bundesliga across like 70 shots. You know what I'm trying to say? That's very impressive. So, and you look at the goals between the two as well. Gittens has more power, more venom on his shots, you know, better placement. You know what I'm trying to say? We need a more goal-scoring threat alongside a striker. We do. And I think Gittens is more like that than what Malick Fofana is. If you had to ask me, would I take both? What the hell is this? If I had to take both, I wouldn't mind taking both. For me, I would like an experienced player there and a young player there. For me, like we all know, Rafael Leao's on the market. By the way, I would take Leao in a heartbeat. I would have Leao and Gittens for me, personally. That's the way I'd have it. But we all know we don't want experienced players. We all know that that's not going to happen. If it did come down to it and we needed two wingers, I would take Gittens and Malick Fofana any day of the week. I've already came on record online and stuff I had to say, I reckon Gittens is a player that's an exception to the young player thing that we've got going on with this club. Because yes, he's a young player, yes, he's inexperienced, but his talent, in my opinion, and his ceiling is so high. And with the amount of games he's already played for Dortmund, I reckon you can class him above that calibre. Same in a way with Malick Fofana, except from, I think he's played less games than what Gittens has. But I think the talent is there, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I understand that. So, it's like Real Madrid grabbing Bellingham from Dortmund. Yes, Bellingham played a handful of games. Was he particularly massively experienced? No, but he was semi-experienced. But that talent you cannot give up on or walk away from. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying they're on the talent of him. I'm just saying, like, they're in that, you know what I mean, that type of calibre. Yeah, with Gittens, I do think this deal's going to get done. I think we shouldn't go past 45 million, in my opinion. I think 45 million should be the max. I think Dortmund deep down know that as well. I think they're just trying to hardball it, just try and get a bit more money. I think with the fact that the player is very unhappy at the club and he desperately wants to come to us, I think it will get done, and I think it could get done cheaper for that reason. So, we'll have to see how things move. Malick Fofana is definitely somebody to keep an eye on, by the way. I really rated the player very, very highly. Anyway, let's move on to this piece of news. Oh, by the way, as well, the Gittens bid should be going in soon. We've been hearing that. It should be going in very, very soon. Anyway, let's get into this bit of news because I've been yapping for quite a long time. Chelsea retained an interest in Morgan Rogers if a transfer from Aston Villa became possible. Morgan Rogers. Now, I haven't spoke about this player yet on this channel much because we have been hearing the links, but we haven't heard it from that much reliable people. But I'm going to give my 2 cents on this right now. I don't think we're going to go for Morgan Rogers. We have been hearing that we want a player that can play that type of role where Morgan Rogers is a 10, but he can play, he's got versatility. He can play on the right, he can play on the left, he can play as a support striker alongside a striker, which we don't really do, but you know what I'm trying to say? He has a versatility across the forward line. We're looking at players like that. For example, Morgan Rogers. Kudus, we heard links about Kudus. João Pedro's another one. We've been hearing heavily. Fabrizio Romano even mentioned that today. Morgan Rogers, like I said, I think you can cancel that one out. I think that's never going to happen. I don't think Morgan Rogers is going to happen. I don't think it would be good for us as well. I don't think Morgan Rogers would be happy being a backup to Palmer, because I think majority of the time he would be a backup to Palmer majority of the time. I don't think he'd be happy playing in that type of role. I think he wants to start a role at a top club. I don't think we can really offer him that. I don't think that's going to happen. It's also 70 million. I'm not taking that personally. Kudus. Again, 70 million. Again, extravagant for a player like Kudus. I think he's 50 million at best. I really like Kudus. Again, versatile, can play across that whole forward line. You could get him to do striker if you really want him to do, but not the best there. Not for me. And then João Pedro. João Pedro, again, 60 million-ish, apparently that's rumoured around. I wouldn't even pay 40 for João Pedro. He's an okay player. I think he would be happy being like a backup to a Palmer and stuff like that, and, you know, being an impact sub. Impact sub-wise, I think he could be quite beneficial to the club, but that's why I say I wouldn't bid anywhere over 40 million for João Pedro, probably around a 35 million pound margin, because to be a backup, I don't want it to be that expensive. But the best player in that list, in my opinion, is Kudus. He's got the most experience. We've seen what Kudus is about. You know, he's top level. He's top level Kudus. So we'll have to see. I don't think any of those transfers will really happen. I don't. But we have inquired about a couple of them, Morgan Rogers, Kudus and João Pedro, but nothing fully has happened or developed yet. So let me comment down below what you think about that. Let's move on to the last bit of news. This only needs a little bit of a talking point on. So it's official. Here it is on the screen. Chelsea winger Mykhailo Mudryk has been charged by the Football Association for doping offences, with the player now facing a lengthy ban. The lengthy ban rumoured, by the way, is 4 years. If it's 4 years, terminate his contract. I've got to be honest. I like Mykhailo Mudryk. I like him as a person. He's a really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. I think when he was playing under Enzo Maresca, I actually think he was improving. I think he looked way better. In all aspects of his game, it was getting better. It's a shame that he's been caught doping. If he has been caught doping, it's a deserved ban. It is a deserved ban. That's the rules. That should be the rules. I don't know why he's done it, because in my opinion, he had talent. Right, he has talent. He has speed. You know, he has the physique. Why do you need to dope for? It's a deserved ban. If it is 4 years, like I said, you know, just terminate the contract. If it's under 2 years, I would keep just in case. Just in case. But I'm slightly swaying more towards the, you know, just end the contract, man. Because let's be real, it's not worked out since he's come to Chelsea. Let's be real. He's not been the 75 or 80 million pound player that we thought we'd be buying. It's not been like that. And he's been cheating. He's been cheating. So, in my opinion, it's sad the way it's gone. It's really sad the way it's gone, but it's deserved. It's deserved. We all knew this was the case, by the way. Like, when we heard in, like, what was it, November, December-ish, that, you know, he's been investigated for doping. It came to about February, March time, and I remember a couple of people saying, oh, what happened to Mudryk? I was sitting there saying, it's pretty clear what's happened. He's been banned. Or he would have been back by now. You know, he's been banned. So, in my opinion, it was clear to see. It was just whenever it would officially come out. It's officially come out now, so unfortunate, but, you know, it's what he deserves. It's what he deserves at the end of the day. So, we are going to definitely need another winger now. So, anyway, that's it for today's news roundup, guys. Let me know in the comments what you all think about today's video. On the fixture list, what game are you most excited for there? Most excited for there for me? I'm just saying, imagine this, right? Imagine this. I'm just saying, imagine this. We're in the title race. We do well. We're about to win the title. And we win the title on May 17th against Tottenham at home. Well, we beat Tottenham to win the title at home, and we lift the title on that day. Oh, that's cinema. That's cinema. That would be cinema. Yeah, let me know what you think about all the other wrestling news, Malick Fofana, stuff like that. I'll be very intrigued to know. I'm always listening in the comments, so go and let me know. And I'll catch you on the next video, which will come tomorrow for the match preview for Chelsea versus Flamengo. So be ready for that. Notification bell on. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Up the Chelsea. Peace.